Okay, y'all. Hi. Happy Friday. I'm so sorry I haven't been able to record. I've just been in a place. But I'm back, and so welcome to Free Yourself Friday. So, Free Yourself Friday, I wanted to talk a little bit today about why do you doubt. I preached this sermon this past Sunday, actually, and I wanted to just help us to free ourselves from doubt. Why do we doubt? And so the sermon was talking about Peter. He had seen all of these miraculous miracles from his time spent with Jesus. And one day he was out on water, and they thought what they saw was a ghost, but it was Jesus. And he told Jesus, you know, if it's you, Christ, bid me come to you. And Jesus said, come. And so Peter jumps out of the boat. He's focused on Jesus, and as soon as he starts focusing on the things around him, he begins to sink. And all he can muster up to say is, Lord, save me. And Jesus tells him, you a little faith, why did you doubt? Why did you doubt? And so today, that's where we find ourselves sometimes. We've stepped out on faith, and God has opened up doors, and we're saying, like, God, if this job be for me, let me get it. And we get the job, and then things get hard on the job. Layoffs, no pay increase, politics don't seem like you're going to promote, and we start doubting. We go to the doctor. God, if you be for me, who could come against me? Cancer can't come against me. Heart failure can't come against me. Seizures can't come against me. And then we get the report. And we believe the report of man and not the report of God. Why do we doubt? And when we've seen the miraculous works that he can do, we've seen him take us from the very bottom and elevate us to the top. We've seen how he works miracles in our children, how he's blessed us with gifts and prosperity and faith and grace and just mercy, and how he's healed our bodies in the past, and how he's blessed our marriages in the past. But then we get to these places and we doubt that he can do it again, and we doubt that he'd do it for us. And so I'm just reminded of a story in the Bible with Daniel. Daniel who interprets dreams. He was called on by a king to interpret this dream, and he interpreted it. And he was raised up to elevation and like third in command, and he gets called again to interpret a dream. And he says, oh, we're going to make you top in command. This is by the king's grandson at this time. If you can interpret this dream, it was a hand writing on the wall. And Daniel stands firm, and he interprets the dream. And right after that, the country was taken over by the Persians and the Medians. And they were looking for fault in Daniel. And they said, you know, king, he prays 3 times a day. You need to throw him in the lion's den. And here we see where you go quickly, you're elevated. Daniel is elevated. And just as quick as he's elevated, the haters come in, and they find a reason to persuade the king to have the king throw him in the lion's den. But Daniel didn't doubt. Daniel knew what God could do. It may have been a different king on the earthly throne, but Daniel's king, the sovereign God, he hadn't changed. And so when Daniel found himself in the lion's den, he didn't look around the lion's den like Peter did. When Peter was walking on water, Peter looked around and saw the wind and the thunder, and saw the lightning and heard thunder, and Peter started to sink. Daniel, he didn't look around at the lion's mouth. He looked up to God. And that next day when that king ran down, Daniel, are you there, Daniel? And he said, long live the King. Almighty God. Long live God. He reigns. The miracles that God had performed for Daniel to see through now what had been 3 kings, he was still performing. I don't care what the doctor report says. You can see all 3 of them and they can say the same thing. But when God says your body is healed, why do you doubt? When he says, I've searched you and I know you and I know the plans I have for you and that they are good, why do we doubt that? When he says, I will make your name great, why do we doubt? Free ourselves from that, because I guarantee every time you look back over your life, everything that good happened to you was because God did it. And he's still in the doing business. He's not ran out of grace. He loves you. Don't doubt him. God bless you.